guys. How are you? Happy Thursday. April 23rd. Today is quiz day. Quiz day. So exciting. Well, you guys should be excited because you guys have been doing awesome. So this day should be super easy for you. I have my little whiteboard easel that my kids play with because my husband took over my basement space today. So we'll make do. It'll be just fine. Your worksheets from yesterday for Wednesday were fantastic. Most of you, if you look at your score, you'll notice you got a 4 out of 2. So that's your feedback that you got the extra credit right. So you could have gotten a 2 out of 2 if you got it all right, but if you did the 2 things for extra credit, your score will say 4 out of 2, and then that's how I know I should give you extra credit on the quiz for today. Okay? So great job, those of you that followed directions yesterday and got those extra credit points. Okay? Those of you that noticed that you got anything less than a 2, or you got a 2 and you're like, I did the extra credit, how did I get a 2? That means you probably did something wrong. If you did something wrong, most of you did something wrong on number 3, that you didn't move the decimal point 2 times, you only moved it once, or you brought up the wrong decimal point, okay? But I'm going to go over them today. Your quiz looks like this today. It is only 4 questions, and I am going to go over them with you right now, so please watch the video and then take the quiz, okay? So first thing, this is like question number 1, all right? So I'm going to do 3 times 4 is 12. The 2 goes down there and the 1 goes up there to make 12. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Don't forget to add your top numbers. And then 3 times 3 is 9. Then I'm going to count my scoops, my places. So here's my decimal. So I have 1, 2 here. I don't have a decimal here. No decimal. So that's 0. 2 plus 0 is 0. Or 2 plus 0 is 2. Oh, don't listen to me. 2 plus 0 is 2. So we count 1, 2, and we put our decimal. Okay? Remember, you're multiplying as if there's no decimal, and you're putting the decimal in at the end. Okay? I should see this type of stuff on your quiz. That's showing me that you know how to do the skill. Okay? If we look over here at this one, this is like number 2 on your quiz. So we start with the 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 3 is 27. Okay? You can see I don't have any decimals going on right now. All right? Because we don't worry about the decimal until the very, very end. So I shouldn't see any decimals down here yet. Okay? Then we need our 0 hero. Because we're done with the 6 and we have our 0 hero. Okay? Then we do 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Still no decimals down here. I added up. 0, 12, 6, 1. Now I'm going to figure out my decimal, okay? So I'm going to count. Here's my decimal. I have 1 number after it. Here's my decimal. I have 1 number after it. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I need 2 numbers after my decimal. So 1, 2, decimal. Okay? I can tell if you're watching this video or not, because if you're putting decimals throughout your work, then you're not doing it right. You should only have a decimal down here in your answer. Okay? So those are examples of question number 1 and question number 2. Okay? Now I'm going to do an example of question 3 and question number 4, which are both division problems, okay? So question number 3 on the quiz is something like this, okay? And remember, these don't have remainders, so if you get a remainder, you've done something wrong, okay? So I'm pretending there's no decimal. We have to be super careful with lining up our numbers, okay? Can 5 go into 3? No. Can 5 go into 31? Yes. So my number has to go above the 1. All right? 5 goes into 31 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30. We subtract and we get a 1. We bring down our 5. Can 5 go into 15? Yep, 3 times. We put our 3 up. 3 times 5 is 15. We subtract, no remainder, and we bring that decimal straight up. Your decimal has to be in the right spot in order to get full credit on your quiz, okay? Number 4, but second division. This is your last question on the test, okay? So let's say I'm just trying to make sure it's going to come out evenly or without a remainder, okay? Because none of the ones on the quiz will have a remainder, okay? So let's see. Let's do 7. No, I don't want to do 7. I want to do one more similar to the quiz. Let me do 1, 3, 2, and we'll put our decimal right there. Okay, sorry if this is hard to see. Is it? No, it's fine. I can see it just fine. All right, so remember, we have to move our decimal point. So the baby can't be out here. You guys did awesome on this yesterday. Okay, so baby can't be out here, so we move him over once. If we move him over once there, we have to move him over once here. Some of you might want to get in the habit of crossing that out because you brought up the wrong decimal. This is the decimal. Or once you move it, maybe you go like that so you don't forget to put the right one up. Okay, that's probably a good idea. All right, can 4 go into 1? Nope. Can 4 go into 13? Yep. 4 goes into 13 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. We subtract and we get 1, and we bring down our 2. Can 4 go into 12? Yep, we just said 3 times, because 3 times 4 is 12. We get no remainder, and now I have my arrow telling me where to put my decimal, okay? So that was probably the biggest mistake that I saw on your papers yesterday was people moved it, but then they brought up the wrong one. So I really like this strategy of what I just did, taking my decimal, moving it over, and drawing my arrow. So I make sure I bring up the right one. Okay, so maybe you can try that today. All right, those are your 4 questions for your quiz. That's it. Okay, you can see it right here, 4 questions. So it's really important that you get them all right before you submit it, okay? So, because if you get one wrong, that's a lot of points wrong, okay? Or off, I should say. I'll give partial credit if you show all your work, but my suggestion to you is do it, show all your work, and check it on a calculator. If you check it on a calculator and you don't get what you have on here, then go back and check your work, okay? Your work has to match the correct answer, but you're welcome to check it, all right? So I will be grading them. You'll see in Schoology, it'll have out of a possible 100 points. You'll see your grade in there, and then when I put your grade into my grade book into Sapphire, that's where I will add anybody's extra credit. And yes, a couple of you emailed me, thank you. You do get extra credit for extra math and first in math. I check those, and I have kind of like a little running list for myself to keep track of, and then I will be adding your points at the end of the week, okay? So most of you are in fantastic shape. You're doing a great job this week. I'm super impressed. I was telling Mr. Slavin and Mr. Erb how we're doing new skills, and you guys are rocking it. So you're really paying attention, you're trying really hard, and I greatly appreciate that. So good luck on your quiz today. Keep emailing if you have questions. Keep going in and checking your feedback and resubmitting. You guys are doing a great job of checking feedback, resubmitting, and even emailing me and saying, hey, I made changes and I resubmitted. So that's awesome. I appreciate that more than you know because I'm looking at so many different papers. Okay? All right, guys, I think that's it. If you don't remember something while you're taking the quiz, go back and watch this video again to help you with the steps, okay? Use your resources. Keep watching the video if you need to, all right? I know it's not all that fun, but, you have to deal with it. All right, and just think, if we were in school, you guys would be taking a PSSA test today. So, a language arts PSSA test. You'd be so excited. All right, guys, that's it. I will talk to you later. All right, bye.